Okay, so I don't know how to work it.
Okay, I got that.
Okay, timer ready?
No. Yes.
Okay, ready when you are.
Today I'd like to impose on you the true effects of taxation and regulation on our economy and its impoverishing effects on your lives. When you look at your paycheck, you notice gross pay, net pay, and deductions. Gross pay is the money you actually earn. Net pay is the money you actually get to take home. And deductions varies from state to state, but includes the money that is taken away from you. A common deduction is known as FICA. This stands for Federal Insurance Contribution Act and consists of Social Security and Medicare. According to Beth Browning, a CPA, you are taxed at a 6.2 rate on Social Security, and your Medicare rate is a 1.45%. The problem that people don't commonly realize is that your employer actually matches your FICA contribution. Approximately 7.5% all combined is what your employer pays. So assume you make $10 an hour, for example. Okay, we're going to assume you're taxed at a 7% tax rate, and then, so your take-home pay is $9.30. Okay, your employer now pays you $10.70. This is a 70 cents difference from your take-home pay of $10. Say you want to buy something for $107. Okay, with your take-home pay, to pay for this hourly, you're looking at 11.5 hours of work. If you were to make what your employer actually pays you, or the effective cost of employing you, which is $10.70, it would be 10 hours worth of work. This may not seem like a lot to you, but when you add in sales tax national average is 7%. Your new cost of this product is $114.49. This now takes you to 12.3 hours of labor. Now you can see the difference. There's a difference in 2.3 hours of labor that you're working merely just to pay taxes. This may not seem like a whole lot to you. 70 cents here, there, whatever, that works. But annually, that adds up to $2,800 per year. Per month, that's about $250 that is being stolen from you. This does not include the other taxes imposed on corporations that depress your wage. Columbia Electronic Encyclopedia defines corporate tax as impost levied by state, federal, or local government on their income or particular activities. Regulation drives up the cost of everything. Regulation imposed on employers requires them to spend money on compliance instead of actually doing business. Regulation is taxation in disguise. Compliance is not an option. Compliance is mandatory. There are several things that the United States government can do to you if you do not follow the regulations. Your business can be shut down. You can be fined. You can have, as Peter Schiff, CEO of Europe Pacific, he had a hiring hold put on him because he hired too many people. In 2006, the federal government passed the Combat Methamphetamine Act, which requires retailers to log all sales of pseudoephedrine and set limits on how much can be bought in a single day in a single month or even a single year. Pseudoephedrine, as you know, is a powerful decongestant, but it can also be made into meth. In 2010, CVS was fined $75 million for selling too much pseudoephedrine, according to the Huffington Post. Milton Friedman said, "Fines on businesses are not paid by the business. They are merely imposed on the consumers, on the stockholders, and on the employees. A business cannot pay taxes. This building cannot pay taxes. This floor cannot. These walls cannot. Only you can pay taxes, or in this case, regulations." Peter Schiff, CEO of Euro Capital Pacific, like he said earlier, testified in front of Congress and said he was fined $15,000 for hiring too many people. Due to these regulations, Peter Schiff employs a 15-man or woman group based on strictly compliance. He also states that if he did not have to pay millions and millions of dollars to comply with the regulations of the United States government, he'd be able to employ a lot more people. But due to this, he cannot. The federal government has actually imposed a hiring freeze on Peter Schiff and Euro Pacific Capital. It's astonishing to me to know that we have college graduates working at McDonald's, yet a company actually wants to hire very well-trained and well-educated college graduates, but isn't allowed. It makes no sense to me. In conclusion, we can now see how much taxation and regulation affect every one of you. It affects how many people are hired, how many people are not, how much you actually get to take home, how much you actually think you're making, instead of how much you're actually making.
Thank you.